Okay, no, that ain't right.
How you doing? How you doing, Miss Penny? How you doing?
How are you? How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I'm doing great. First of all, I want to take my time out. Say thank you, thank you, thank you. And I got a big story right now. What happened down in Brunswick, Georgia? The judge tossed out, dismissed that district attorney, that tried to sabotage that case against try to cover up. I would say cover up the Arbery case, the one that
Oh,
the
really?
investigator used. Yeah, tossed it
I
out.
knew they had put away one. I knew they put away one charge. I didn't know they tossed it out.
Yeah. So guess what? She
Oh,
cannot be
wow.
charged again.
Oh,
That what
wow.
I mean. That what I mean by the title. Is that anything called social justice? Is that
Not,
anything called social justice?
not with Trump appointees. Was she a Trump appointee? Do you know?
I don't know. I think she was selected. She was elected in there, so they got to butt out of there.
Mm,
And and,
wow.
and I look at and I look at some of the stuff. Me and Amanda, we've been talking about this stuff. And what I put in the group chat about been putting on my head and his head for speaking out, so to
Right.
speak. You know what I'm saying?
See,
Speaking out,
I
so to
didn't. I
speak.
don't remember that. Man.
Yeah, I put
Mm.
it. I put it. Yeah, it was 12,500 for him and 12,500 for me. So,
Mm.
so nobody. I don't. What I do is I come with the truth. If you don't like it,
Right.
guess what? Truth hurts.
Right.
And way I don't understand why the white women, the Hispanic, and any other government, immigrants voted against their own best interests in that
I
election.
don't
I don't
think they
understand that.
understood. I don't think they under. I don't think they understood, or they thought it didn't relate to them for some reason. I don't understand it. And now we're on the back end talking about what we should have done.
Yeah. Now they on the back end talking about, oh, I want to change my vote.
Too late now.
The vote is what it's too late now.
Yeah.
And guess what else they trying to do? They want our help. They want our help.
I think we got to help ourselves.
They want our help.
I think we got to help ourselves.
Yeah.
It's time out for helping everybody else. We got to help ourselves. Who's gonna help us while we helping everybody else?
We got to help ourselves.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because we've been helping everybody else all this time, all these years.
And let's be real. And black women are always leading the charge. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna say this right here: black women are always leading the charge. Mm-hmm. But some of them that always leading the charge, I'm going to say it. The ones that BLM, right? The ones that lead BLM. Mm-hmm. What they at now? What they at now? But, got all that money.
Yeah. But you know that I think you have to believe in the movement and not the individuals. You know what I'm saying? So even the mistakes they made, the movement is still good. The movement and what it was supposed to be is still there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The movement is still there.
Yeah. People like us make the movement what it is.
Right.
See, and you know when we grew up, the time we grew up in, we go down the street, Hattie Mae go get on our butt or whoop us.
Yep.
And in our community, our black men and our black women got to get out of. You can't send that to my child.
Right.
You can't send that to my child.
Yeah.
So see, I look at. Go ahead.
Oh no. I was just gonna say, because right now I think everybody's child needs to be everybody else's, and we're gonna have to keep each other accountable, especially in the environment that we're in now. Everybody's gonna have to be accountable for everybody else. And I mean our community, not pulling anybody else's community in our community.
And I just found this out too. They are hot mad. One, the Proud Boys, they can't use that name no more because the first guy is
right.
Let that name. And the white people that country music, they are hating on Beyonce right now.
Yeah, I think with Trump, and Elon Musk, this was like the perfect storm. This is bringing all the hate out, and I mean all of it. Like people are not even holding back. Whereas people used to pretend, they're not pretending anymore. That's out.
Yeah,
they're not pretending anymore.
Another thing is, and his first term, they brought him out, right? He brought him out. I can say he brought him out. Now this time, him and Elon Musk and all the people he got around him, they brought him out. And think about it, Elon Musk wanted to have control of what? The government finances. Find the FBI agents. Find the FBI agents who worked on the case of January 6th insurrection. Give it to the CIA. And the thing is, I'm just going to say this right here. DEI. People got to get, that's for black people. And then welfare, food stamps, all that. Black people, I'm going to tell you, it's more white women and white folks on that benefited for DEI and on welfare than we did.
Right. White women are the main beneficiaries of it, and then white men. So and if in talking about black women, we're at the actual bottom of it. We're at the we don't really benefit from DEI. So I'm thinking, it dawned on me like when he suspended all those people that were in those DEI programs, how many white people were leaving the building You know what I'm saying? Like, how many white people were actually leaving the building because you thought it was a black thing, and it turned out not to be.
Yeah, and they want to say DEI, and all this other stuff want to be essential with our community, right?
Right.
And you know what really gets me? If our young men, our young women stop trying to think about the music. Think what the music came, how the music went from Public Enemy, all the good music talking about social justice, social issues, right?
Right.
And look at it now.
Yep.
Calling other women bees and guys talking about shooting somebody else and all that. Come on, man.
Right.
And our young people eating it up.
Well, I think now
where's social justice at?
That's gonna all have to change, because right now we are already fighting against a whole darn government, if you think about it, because right now Elon Musk appears to be the government. So we're fighting against a whole government. So we definitely can't be demeaning each other and fighting against each other. So I think a lot of things are gonna have to change, and hopefully what we'll be seeing is more unity, more of us getting together, more churches getting involved, more organizations getting involved, and that's what I think is going to have to take.
Yeah, and speaking of organization and that right there, see, I was talking to my best friend. We've been best friends since December. I said I could run for office, right? I could run for office,
right?
But you know what would happen to me before I even get in office, don't you?
Yep.
Yep. That would happen.
Yep.
That's the and look at the taxes. Look at the taxes, and look what he's trying to do. Put tabs on Mexico. Put tabs on Canada. Trying to put tabs on China. All that do go raise. What they gonna do? Raise our food prices. Respect to Sky Swizzy. All they're gonna do is raise our food prices.
Yeah, I don't know what people were thinking about when he was saying putting tariffs on China. I think they thought China was going to be paying, but that's ignorant people who didn't do their research. Ignorant people who didn't do their research. Right.
Yeah, and I'm telling you what some people didn't do. They didn't read Project 2025, did they?
They didn't believe it. I don't think they believed it. They didn't believe it, but we knew it.
I would have read it.
We knew it. Right, we knew.
Like I said, some stuff in that Project 2025, I will agree with. That kind of trade is gonna hurt. Like transgender in women's sports.
Right. Yeah. Because I got nieces and stuff coming up, and I wouldn't want them to spend their whole lives training for something, and then training for something and then having to lose it to a man. Right. Yeah. I agree with that. Yeah, that's one of the few things I agree with.
And another thing is trying to make it a law that a child cannot get change it to the opposite sex. You see what I'm saying? So I agree with that. I still think, but we as a community, we got to get back to being a community.
Right. I think that I really think that people thought that we were equal. I think like in the sense of being equal, like, okay, we have these houses, we have cars, we got these cool jobs. I think people thought that we were equal, and they didn't realize that racism still exists. I mean, I don't know why they didn't realize it, but I think Trump just brought it out, and it's scary because me and my friend was talking, and you sit beside your white coworker, or you sitting beside somebody in a restaurant, or you are, just being around people. Now you're thinking, I'm always thinking, what are they thinking? Are these the ones that really hate us? Are these the ones that hate us and don't think we're supposed to have anything? So it's unfortunate, but it kind of makes you see the world a little different now. I see things a little different now. Like, I always knew racism existed. I never was in denial about that. But I think that to the point where it is now, where you have people tweeting out stuff like things need to be done by competent white men, and just like the Super Bowl. Let's just take that for example. Them having to take in racism out of the end zone to appease a racist president. See, I didn't think we would be here. I knew it existed, but I didn't think we would be here. This is not where I thought we would be.
Yeah, and that goes to show you what happened in Memphis, Tennessee. I got to go to that.
Okay.
H guy, you're right. It's going to hurt. That trading is going to hurt a lot of people in Canada and us. And then he said everything he's doing is going to drive prices up. Yeah, we got to start sharpening our black business.
Yep. Oh man, I had to go to I went to a fabric store today, and it was in the parking lot with Target. I've been living in this neighborhood on this side of town since 2000 and since 2005 or something. I have never in all those years seen Target parking lot so empty in all the years I've been over here. So we are doing what we set out to do. We're doing what we set out to do.
And I'm gonna tell you this: Walmart better be careful.
Oh, they next.
Walmart better be careful.
Next.
Oh yeah, they next.
Mm-hmm.
And I look at like right here. You treat us back. Look at we are black women and black men are the lowest on the totem pole in earnings. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But we make up the majority of the consumer spending.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, we do. Actually, we spend more than any demographic.
Oh, we do. We do.
Mm-hmm.
The crazy part about that is down here, I think if some black people bought some land, bought a whole bunch of land, started building a black town, whatever, and they wonder. See, I like your history lesson. Everybody know about Tulsa, Oklahoma, right? That Wall Street right there.
Mm-hmm.
Here in Georgia, Lake Lanier was a black town called Oscarville, right? Then you had one up in New York and one up in New York. Central Park, that used to be a black town.
Oh, wow. No, I didn't know that. You gonna make me look that up? I'm gonna look that up when I get up. Okay, I like stuff like that. I like reading about stuff like that. Yeah.
And then they had, I think, either Mississippi, Louisiana, they had some black people living in kind of like a bowl. I'm like, see, you got to do your and then in Alabama, and then let me go to that Memphis store. A 5'1" black woman that worked for Arby's. That's another place I ain't going because what they did to her. This white man had ordered something. She tried to set up, in customer service, you try to certify the customer.
Right.
He came over the counter, approached her. She grabbed the fry basket and a knife. She fired one. What the hell is she supposed to do?
Right.
And they fired her.
When did that happen?
I think it was sometime either.
Oh, it's recent. This is recent. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And look that up. You see what I'm saying?
They fired her.
And they fired her.
But Dwayne, this is the thing, though.
Go ahead.
Now you have no recourse, really, because if you've taken everything out of the workplace, you have given black people no recourse. Taking, affirmative action, you taking civil rights stuff. And if let's say she wanted to sue, who is she going to go to? Who is she? It's going to be a Trump appointed judge, maybe. So how's she going to get justice? You know what I'm saying? So it's this is just all messed up. But I still have hope, and I don't think I don't think it's irreparable. I think it can be fixed, but it's going to take people getting off of their asses and getting to the polls in next year, 2026. This midterm elections are going to be very important.
The midterm, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you, respect C Viper 23. I'm gonna tell you something. Me and my friend, we 20 East, right? We said this. We said this a year ago for the election, and we said it during when the election was going on. The Republicans who is in office right now, they got to come up for next year midterms.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
They're gonna be in trouble. If Trump do and his cloning, so I'm gonna call them cloning, do what they doing now. I don't care. It's at the federal level,
right?
State level, city level, county level. I don't care. It's the state house, state senate. Look at the Republican state attorney's gonna be in trouble.
Yep. Yeah.
See, we gotta get these local elections. See,
I think what we were trying to do go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say what we wanted to do in the group too. It's hard to get people. It's hard to get people motivated if it's not something directly related to something they're going through. But we wanted to get people that's in the group that's in these red states to find out who their Republican counterparts are going up against and helping them to make flyers and do even online voter registration drives or anything. But you got to kind of get people. It's hard to get people motivated. Let me say that it's hard to get people motivated.
Yeah, and some of the young voters, I think some of the young black voters voted for Trump too. So,
I know that for sure. I know that for sure. Mm-hmm. I absolutely know that.
And you remember the rumor they went out that the black women is majority of black men that vote for Kamala Harris. You remember that?
That was not true. Right. That was not true.
Mm-hmm.
Black men came through. Black men came through.
Yeah,
they came through. Mm-hmm.
Because what we got to get is some of these young people, these young mothers, these 30-some-year-old, these men. We got to get it to their head. We got to see. I like to teach. Bring stuff up like I said, like Beyonce. You know that people are mad about her winning. Winning the awards at the Grammys.
Yes,
but do some of these white people and some black people, do they know what country music actually came from? Us,
right? And I didn't know that until last year when I was like, what? I just found that out. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and I tell people, go do your research. You gotta listen to me. Go do your research. Go do your research. Not just one source, not just two sources, three sources. Go do your research. And I just found out in Alabama, the governor of Alabama now, Kate Ivey, she called for the legislation to ban smartphone use in Alabama public schools.
I saw that, and let me see something, because you know what? I want to be like Roland Martin. Let me look at my iPad here. Wait a minute.
Hey, I was just like Jonathan Rashad Richard.
Oh yeah, yes. But you know what? I think if I'm not mistaken, North Carolina school, I think some Republicans just I thought I saw the story earlier. They want to do the same thing here, is keep the kids from bringing phones and stuff to school. I saw that too. Right.
Yeah. What they're afraid of, what the kids gonna look at. I know what they're afraid of. I know.
Yes. Me too. Mm-hmm.
See, I'll tell you, I got in trouble in school one day. I did this right here. We didn't, back in the day, we had all these gadgets.
Right.
Because I read a lot. Teacher said something. I said, that's not true. And I started rambling off stuff. He looking at me like crazy. He sent me to the principal. The principal called my mama. My mom came down to school. Like, what did he do? He said this right here. Was he lying?
Right.
And the principal looked at the teacher. The teacher looked at the principal like, no. Okay, what's the problem? What's the problem?
They don't want the kids to capture the stuff that they're doing in class and the stuff they're saying in class. And like you said, if you'd have had a cell phone back then and somebody had recorded that, you would have been right. And I think that's part of the problem. I would want my kid to have a phone in school because things are not quite. People are more blatant and blunt than they were when we were in school. So can you imagine some of the racist stuff that's been caught on these cell phones that parents would have never known had their kids not had a phone in school? So I didn't know Alabama was on the list trying to do that too. It's always a racist state. Those Alabama, North Carolina, South Carolina. Yeah. Always come crazy like that.
Think about Texas now. Think about Texas. Governor Abbott. Trump gave him permission to use the National Guard.
For what?
Rounding up immigrants. Rounding up immigrants.
What? No, I didn't know that. It's so much happening all at one time. It's hard to keep up with all that.
Yeah, and think about who we got leading the Board of Education. Linda McMahon. But yet you want to cut out the Board of Education. School.
So the money can go to private schools. Look, so underprivileged kids will be able to go to private school. That's BS, and we know it. That's BS, and we know it.
We see that coming. We seen this come a mile away.
Yep.
That's why we didn't vote for him. Yeah. And I'll tell you who really looking stupid. Tim Scott.
And the rest I haven't heard anything from him. I haven't seen him since this happened. Have you seen him on anything?
No. All them black Republicans who was going for Trump, guess
I have not seen them. Nope. I wonder if they still going for Trump.
They probably licking their wounds right now. This is what I'm trying to figure out. Food prices going up. You know, gas prices going up. Everything we do going to go up. And what? This is what I'm trying to figure out. What in our mind said, what is going to happen when we all finally join hands together and start doing what we're supposed to do?
You got to rebuild. We got to rebuild, and I think one of the conversations that me and my husband had is that the Democrats sat around, like Obama had 8 years, and then Trump got in, and then Biden had 4 years, and Biden did nothing with his 4 years to prevent what's going on from going on. So I think we're gonna have to rebuild. But if the Democrats ever get control again, they need to move, and they need to move their butts, and they need to make sure we have safeguards so the things that's happening now won't be able to happen again.
I got a question for you, Penny. Miss Penny. I got a question for you. How in the world? I'm gonna put it this way: how in the hell can a convicted felon run for office, but a convicted felon cannot vote?
Oh, don't and on top of that, look, I cannot answer that question, but I will tell you this: I had this conversation with one of my friends today. Not only he ran for office, but they also showed him at the polls voting, which I didn't think felons could vote. So he also voted, and then if I'm not mistaken, if you have a felony, you can't join the military, but he runs the military. So it's like that's one of those things. No, I cannot answer that.
That's actually been going on. I explained that to you, D-True. Remember Victor Hill? Victor Hill was up for a murder investigation, and he was allowed on the ballot, and he won the election. I can go as far back a century ago, where, excuse me, 2 centuries ago, Andrew Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Andrew Jackson, he off someone. He off someone and was still allowed to run for president and won 2 terms. So this is not unordinary. I mean, look, remember Nixon. You know, I mean, come on, Nixon. Remember Ted Kennedy.
Nixon got
impeached. Give you a darn good example.
But didn't Nixon get impeached though? Didn't he?
No, he resigned.
Oh, okay.
They never impeached him. He resigned. And remember, and y'all remember Ted Kennedy now. Ted Kennedy, he was on DUI, and he was in an accident, and the woman that was in the car with him lost her life. But he was still allowed to run for president in 1980, and he almost won. So this is not unusual. This is not unusual. The thing is, the reason why this country is going to take a serious step back, a serious step back in the next 4 years, because you got people that voted against their own interests in order to push a further agenda. You got some people, unfortunately, you had some Hispanics that had so much disdain for Black people that they chose to sacrifice their own best interests. They went into the voting booth and they voted for Trump, not thinking that his plan and his agenda was going to hurt him more than what it was going to do the Black people. All right. Then you had some Black people, younger Black people, that's not in tune of what's really going on or what his agenda. They didn't do no research of the Project 2025 or whatever. It was just Trump, MAGA 24, MAGA. They didn't do no research.
Nope.
And now they're about to feel it, because when those tariffs kick in, and when that immunity for the police officers, because all you got, I mean, all of these so-called fake woke Black folks went to the voting booth and voted for Trump. All right, so don't say nothing when it's your kid that's getting harassed by the police. If your kid is behind the wheel one night and he's riding through a neighborhood and the police officers just having a bad day and they want to F with somebody's Black kid and they get behind them and go to harassing them. All right, then you know how these young kids are today. They are mouthed off. And so you mouth off, you say something to that officer or whatever, then that officer do a Rodney King on you, and ain't nothing gonna happen to him. Under this new thing, ain't nothing going to happen.
Nope. And I was gonna say, they were gonna be pardoned, but like you said, it's not gonna be necessary because nothing is gonna happen to him. Yeah.
And I see whoever this DC person in the chat keep talking about you going back to 1913. All right. You know what happened? Do you know what happened a few years after 1913? The Great Depression. You know what caused the Great Depression? What caused the Great Depression was those tariffs that Herbert Hoover came in and put on the same thing that Trump doing now. Herbert Hoover did, and it caused the Great Depression. Y'all fools need to do y'all damn research.
He trolled you right there, bro. He don't believe what he
trolled me. See these people. You need to explain to these people, D-Truth. I am a history guru. Yeah, it ain't nothing these clowns can tell me about American history. It ain't nothing you can tell me about American history.
And you know what's scary too? When he was saying they need to do their research, the thing that's scary to me too is what I see is the same thing that happened with Hitler when he started controlling what the news put out. And I noticed that more and more the news is scared to cover him. They're scared to cover his antics now. They're kind of dialing back. And if you don't look at people like like Roland Martin and what's the guy that you said, Dwayne?
Dr. Rashard Richards.
Yeah, if you don't look at people like that, you're really not going to really know what's going on, because the news and NBC News has been doing a good job too. But I noticed that he's suing more. He's calling for 60 Minutes and CBS to be terminated. He's suing news stations and everything. And I think that's so people can't look for that to be their resource for research. That can't be it. It cannot be it.
That's why I say you got to look at different sources to see if they all align with each other, and that's what we got to get out into our community. You get people to start doing their research. This is what you do right here. Look at this right here. How is your health? How is your health benefit?
People need to read. People need to pick up a book and read. People need to read.
Like what I said, some of our people don't know how to read.
Oh, you got
they don't know how to research. DC, I'm not answering that dumbass question. Fool. It is 2025. You sitting up here asking me about what happened in 1913.
Who's asking you that?
DC.
He keep talking about what happened in 1913. Fool, the world was different then. You didn't even have airline. You didn't even have an airline system. Dumbass. You didn't even have an airline system.
But American Airlines, it's another airline. Speaking of airlines, American Airlines, they're the notorious when they kicked them 7 black men off the plane because somebody said body order. Then they kicked this woman off the plane because she wore her bag near him, and a man and a white man said, "Oh, she looks suspicious," and kicked a judge to try to move a judge off a plane because her and her husband would give up a seat for somebody else that wanted the first class seats.
Oh wow!
And I think they did something else like that too. If you look around and see, it goes on. If you know a little bit of these different languages that people speak, like the Spanish, like Chinese, Japanese, and whatever language, Indian, whatever they speaking, and you understand it, half the time they be talking about us.
This fool really asked me what happened in 1913. Man, they didn't even have highways back then. They weren't even driving. Most of the country was still riding horses and mules.
Is there a reason he asking you about? Is there a reason he asking you about that time frame?
I don't know. These MAGA folks think they know every damn thing and don't know nothing. Don't know nothing. They don't know nothing.
But me and Miss Peter said, just like me, you said, Armando, when next year rolled around, midterms rolled around, some of the Republicans gonna be hurt because they're not speaking out of nothing. They just let him do what he want to do.
Hold on. Let me ask you a question. Do you really believe that? Do you really believe we're gonna flip some seats?
Oh, I'm not keep going like you don't.
I'm not sure about it.
I don't think, I'm gonna be honest with you, Penny. I don't think they'll flip enough because right now they're 9, 8, I think like 8, 9 in the hole or something like that. And then you got some Democrats that was caucusing with the Republicans. Let me tell you what the problem is with the Democrats. The problem with the Democrats is the leadership, poor leadership at the top. Pelosi, she needs to get the hell on, and Schumer need to get the hell on. They need new blood. They need to do a revamp. The same thing that the Republicans did.
Right.
The same thing the Republicans did during the midterms when Obama was the president.
Right.
They did a whole new overhaul. They brought in new blood, younger people. The Democrats, they are still operating like they're still operating like it's damn 2004. Like right. you're going up against Reagan Democrats. Reagan Republicans. This is a whole different Republican Party. Mm-hmm. This ain't your Reagan's Republican Party. This ain't George W. Bush's Republican Party where they could be reasoned with, where they weren't trying to push no doggone white supremacist agenda or whatever. You know what I'm saying? These people don't give a damn because they see the Democratic Party is down. They don't have no real leadership.
We need more Jasmine Crockett's and Summer Lee's and
AOC.
AOC, yes.
I'm gonna be honest with you, and please don't nobody, Democrat, male or female, please don't take this the wrong way. All right. And I'm just gonna say this, and I hope don't offend anybody. But the number one problem that the Democrat Party have right now is they don't have no male leadership. And I'm just gonna kick the ballistics right now. This country is not ready for a female president.
That's true.
It's not. I'm just sorry. You won't. I mean, think about it now. You had the two most qualified women ran and they lost. Now, albeit they ran a very, very terrible campaign. That was one of the.
Well, wait a minute. You got to give Kamala a little credit because she got thrown in at the last minute, the 11th hour. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I was about to say it wasn't her fault. She got, I think Biden messed her up. Biden messed her up because and I said this, and I told my homie this the night he clinched it in 2020. I said he's only good for one term. And the Democrats need to be prepared. They need to have somebody on deck, somebody ready. And then I said the governor out there in Arizona, that governor, Gabby's husband, would have been a prime candidate to groom as the next man up. But Joe Biden, with them approval ratings at the end of 2023, got the big head. Instead of bowing out gracefully, taking that high approval rating and going all off in the sunset, he decided, well, I'm gonna come back and run in 2024. And that threw everything off. That threw off the primary process, everything that threw everything, and that's what messed Kamala up.
I think Bernie Sanders could have taken it had Biden not stepped in. But the thing about it is, the problem is though, if you're talking about between a woman and a white man, they're going to pick the old white man every time. And I think that's what we didn't realize with Kamala. I didn't, for sure. Yeah. A lot of people in my circle didn't.
Yeah. And another thing too, the VP pick was a little weak. That guy was a little overly emotional, and I mean, he got his ass handed to him in that debate. JD Vance sat him down in that debate. I liked the guy out of Pennsylvania, the governor Shapiro. I liked him. I think he would have brought hella balance to the ticket, and I think the outcome would have been a whole lot different had Shapiro would have been on the ticket instead of Walz.
Yeah. And I'm gonna say this right here, where all this stuff is going on that's gonna happen, we know it's gonna happen, and on down the line, like you said when you first came in, we gotta start taking care of self. Forget everybody else. We gotta start take care of ourselves.
I'm telling you, I feel like we and our grandmothers. I think this is like 1960s all over again, almost.
Well, you know what they say, Penny. History repeats itself, and you're gonna in the next 3 years, you're gonna see some things, and you sound kind of young. You're gonna see some 55. Things, huh?
55.
Oh, okay. Damn, you sound young to be in your 50s. Well, you gonna see some things that you haven't seen probably since the early 80s. Remember, for those that wasn't around or weren't alive back in the early 80s, in the early 80s was kind of like people look back on that and say, oh, well, that was the post-civil rights, and that was it. And no, you had a lot of racist stuff still going on. You had people still getting hung here in the South. Black folks still found home from trees in the South, and you had a whole lot of racism. A white person would call you the N-word in a heartbeat back in the early 80s. is going back to that and what happened in Memphis, because I heard y'all mention what happened in Memphis. What happened in Memphis, expect that to happen in a lot of places where you're going to have white folks that are going to feel emboldened. Now that Trump is back in the office, you have white folks that feel emboldened. They're going to be coming across the counter. They're going to come in with an attitude to have a bad day, and they're going to be climbing over the counter or trying to get up in folks' faces or trying to crawl through the drive-through and get at folks. Now that they see that white man up in Memphis did it and nothing happened to him.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm sitting right here. This man, two Hispanics in the car, and he said, "Oh, the way you asked him what's driver's license and all that stuff, and try to act like he was ICE agent, which he wasn't.
He was not.
And somebody called the police and they had filmed it, whatever. Oh, he back locked up for kidnapping. Two things for kidnapping. That's how bold these white folks get.
Yeah, he took that. He had a nerve to reach in their car and take their keys out the ignition.
He'll be out in 2 weeks.
Probably.
He'll be out in 2 weeks. Have his job back in there to be like nothing happened. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, y'all ain't seen nothing yet. Y'all ain't seen nothing yet. Wait till all of this. When he get enough of these deportations out the way. See, he's working on these Hispanics and these Palestinians first. He gonna get their ass out the way. Now, he can't deport us. He can't deport us. But what can they do? Make life a living hell. Turn the clock back on black folks. And make you feel like you living in the 50s and the 60s.
We're not going
all
back.
Over again.
We're not going back. I don't think we're going back. But I do agree with you said we need some black leadership.
It ain't gonna be permanent. It ain't gonna be permanent. It ain't gonna be permanent, Penny. It's gonna feel like you living back in the, because you're gonna see people getting away with shit that they wouldn't have never got away with 8 years ago. Now, there's the good news. He's a lamed up president. He's a lamed up president. I don't think the Dems gonna be able to get the Senate. They got a better chance to get in the House. I would turn my attention toward the House. I think the Senate is gonna be too much of a tall order, but they need to have somebody ready for 2028.
They really do.
The good news is he is lamed up, and it's only so much he can do. It's only so much he can do with 3 years. It's only so much. And all of this executive order crap, y'all calm down. People, please calm down with all of this panicking and overreacting about these executive orders. Let me tell you the difference between executive order and legislation. All right. Legislation, like a lot of this dumbass shit that he did through executive order, he did it that way because he know he ain't gonna be able to get it pushed through Congress, because those people don't want to risk losing their seat in the midterms. All right, so he's going the easier route. He's going the easier route and the quicker route. But the thing about executive orders, they can all be reversed. And how many he signed? What, like 30? All of them damn executive orders can be reversed on day one of whoever the next president gonna be.
But how much damage can he do? You talking about Musk in the office with the money? You know what I'm saying? How much damage can you do by the time the next? You know what I'm saying? How much damage can he do? That's got to be undone.
Well, this is the thing, Penny. This is the thing. This is why I'm telling you about it. It ain't too much damage to he. If he was like, let's just say, like if he was like Joe Biden. Joe Biden was not a lame duck, DC. Joe Biden was not a lame duck. Joe Biden actually had another term if he would have chose to run, but he dropped out. All right, that's why I keep calling you a fool, because you don't know what the hell you're talking about in that chat. And if you feeling froggy, you can always hit the link and come up here and attempt to school me on politics. Okay, you don't know what the hell. Learn what lame duck means, fool. Lame duck is your last term. Joe Biden was not in his last term. He was in his first term.
Right.
All right. When you in your last term, It's only so much you can do. Look at all the past presidents. When they were in their lame duck term, Clinton, W. Bush made a little noise in 2005. When he rolled back the affirmative action and everything, that was it. When he went into 2006, 2007, he really couldn't do nothing. Okay, because it was lame duck. You ain't getting no legislation pushed through. Same thing with Bill Clinton. Same thing even with Reagan. You ain't getting nothing through. You ain't getting nothing through in that lame duck year. And unfortunate for him, his terms were not consecutive. I explained this when we were all up on the panel with Misunderstood, and I was trying to tell her. I said, look, his presidency, he made history. He done something ain't nobody done since Grover Cleveland. But just like Grover Cleveland was not able to accomplish a lot of things, when you do not have a consecutive 8-year term, when your term is interrupted by a loss of an election, or you drop out, or you just leave, or whatever, for whatever reason, or whatever, you don't have the same impact as the presidents that won 2 consecutive terms back to back, like Reagan did, like Nixon did, like Clinton did, like Obama did, like W. Bush did. When your terms are interrupted in between or whatever, it's only so much you can do. Now, like I said, all of these dumb executive orders that he signed, they're going to be rolled back the day he leaves. That's why I'm telling people, don't over panic.
Yeah.
Don't over panic.
And this is what I'm looking at too, right here. Look at everybody looking at Trump, right? Okay, we know he's the president, he's the head. But look at the people, look at the dumb idiots he got around him. You see what I'm saying? The people he got around him: Elon Musk, Linda McMahon. Who else he got around him? That was made director of FBI. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He put yes men around him. So who is the president? Trump or Elon Musk? Elon Musk.
And no other president in history has ever put a bunch of people around him that were yes men. Hell, he didn't even do it. His first term. He put a few people in his cabinet that would set him straight, like Melania and a couple of other people that were in there that would actually, they had the balls to stand up there and say, hey, look, this is not what you need to do. Hey, this is what, but this time around, he's putting nothing but yes people around him, people that are afraid to challenge him and tell him, hey, look, this is not the route.
That's planned. Mm-hmm. That's where they had the 4 years to work on Project 25. They were setting him up. And people did not believe that Project 25 was real.
Yeah, and
DC, Elon Musk is not the richest man in the world, fool. The richest. That's what I'm saying. Where you get these idiots from?
Why are you talking to him? He just said he was the best president we had since JFK. Why are you talking to him?
DC, the richest man in the world is over there in what's that country over there in Saudi Arabia? Dubai. Look over there. That's where the richest man in the world is at. That man is worth trillions of dollars.
But the question is, what is the U.S. dollar really going to be like after he get through? Is it going to be worth it? You see what I'm saying? The U.S. right now, the U.S. dollar is not worth anything. It's really not. And I look at like this right here. And speaking of Elon Musk with the George whatever project, whatever he's doing with that right now, guess what he got? He got kids working on there, which don't know.
Oh
nothing.
Yeah, ranging from age 19 to 25. He has 4 kids working on that. Yeah, in the USA. Well, they were. I heard they had a judge to shut it down and block it. But I still say you never know what kind of damage he has done, and you never know what he's still doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the AI What he trying to do? Try to do something about it on Mars, whatever. Elon Musk, nobody believe we went to the moon any damn way. So I don't know what you're trying to do, but with everything that's going on, and with all seriousness, I don't care who's in office, Democrat, Republican, Independent. I do not care. With the prices, where is that right now? I don't know how much the cost of egg is right there. Where you at? It going up. You feel what I'm saying? Everything on steady going up. With which I really don't care. They deporting these immigrants are illegal, but guess what?
They gonna still make excuses. The MAGA folks gonna still make excuses when the prices of food this time next year. The prices are gonna be through the roof. You're gonna go in the grocery store. You're gonna see some items that are gonna be 4 or 5 times more than what it is right now. If you walk in the grocery store, the price of gas is gonna skyrocket. The price of gas, you're gonna go to the pump this time next year. Gas might be like $7 at the pump, $7-8 at the pump. And if you smoke cigarettes, you might want to think about quitting. You might want to think about quitting. Boy, I tell you, it's gonna be a lot of items that was affordable today that is not going to be affordable this time next year.
Yeah, and speaking of, but you did.
I said next summer, fool. Listen, next summer, the tariffs are going to kick in. Everything that's happening this year is a rollover from the last administration. Everything that's going to happen next year is under Trump's. It's under Trump's watch. Everything that's happening from next year on.
The next man get blamed. It's just like when just like this these cops, right? I forgot what this was. 2 years. The state attorney, the attorney, and police chief, all them folks said that when released body cam video, talking about he had a knife, he would come forward, and they finally then a magistrate judge got an injunction, made them release it. I think this year, it shows the black man backing up with a wrench in his hand, and it was on the ground. They shot him 34 times. It's gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse.
Yeah, I told you it's gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse. A white cop can blow your head off and walk right out of court. It ain't a damn thing your family will be able to do about it. They will not be able to get no justice. Them days, that Michael Brown and Eric Garner, George Floyd, all of that stuff gonna be over with. And I'm gonna tell you something else too. A lot of these people that got sentenced, their sentencing is gonna be overturned. I'm telling you. That new attorney general, she gonna let all them folks out.
Yeah, it won't even be worth suing, because you saw some of the civil rights lawsuits they had. They froze all that stuff, so it's not even gonna be worth suing, because you're not gonna get it.
I'm gonna shout a question about this. I'm gonna shout a question. I'm gonna get y'all opinion there. Trump is pushing for a Gaza takeover, but he said he was gonna handle war, right? What would happen if we go over there and try to take over Gaza? What do you think gonna happen?
They done already took over Gaza.
Yeah, what is that guy's name? He already spoke up today. He said it's not happening.
They got Gaza. And this is another thing too, D True. I understand your heart, where your heart is at. Your heart is in the right place, brother. But I told you, these people, when you make your bed, you got to lie in it. They knew and heard everything that he said on the campaign trail, and all them darn Palestinian folks. They told everybody to sit at home or go vote for Jill Stein or go vote for Trump. Now they finna lose their country. And they're going to be dispersed out amongst other Arab countries. So, I mean, man, look, I don't feel sorry for them. I don't feel sorry for them. Hold on. I don't feel sorry for them, and I damn sure don't feel sorry for them Hispanic side. I don't feel sorry for not one of them.
It's not feeling sorry. It's not feeling sorry, right? It's not feeling sorry. But you want to go. But the thing is, you talk about you don't want to make no war. You not know. You know what's that? Oh, it ain't a war about that. Now, why you sending our folks over there to a place to take over a place that we don't belongs anyway?
Well, this ain't the first time that we've done this.
I know.
Remember, what do you think Iraq was?
But he didn't say he was going to go. But did you hear him say, "Oh, we finna go over and take over, go over there and take over. We're not finna go to war or do anything like that"? No, you didn't.
Because Rumsfeld, the difference between Rumsfeld and Dick Cheney, them, they weren't dumb enough to sit there and say crazy mess on the mic. One thing I can say about Trump, man, he a straight shooter. He gonna tell you what he gonna do before he do it. All right. But what I'm trying to tell you is, my brother, is that what Trump and Netanyahu is about to do with Gaza ain't no different than what W and Rumsfeld and Dick Cheney them did over there in Iraq, man. They went over there, created this facade reason, knowing damn well Iraq had nothing to do with the 9/11 attacks.
Right.
That was straight Taliban and Al-Qaeda. They didn't have a damn thing to do with Saddam, and they just wanted a reason to go over there and take over their oil and take over their region.
I already knew that, but at the end, on top of that, it just what's the name? Old boy, the state secretary up in Georgia, right? Mm-hmm. He want Trump to, he want Trump to overturn the verdict about the voted thing going on that went on in 2020 or 2024, whatever. He want him to. You know what he want him to do.
Man, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell both of y'all that y'all might think I'm crazy with what I'm getting ready to say. Mm-hmm. Don't be surprised if that guy that did that off George Floyd. Don't be surprised if Trump don't have him released.
Oh, I already said that. Oh, I know that's coming.
Don't be surprised if Trump does not pardon Dylan Roof.
That's coming.
Don't be surprised. I'm telling y'all, it's coming.
Oh, I know that.
You ain't seen nothing yet, D-True. You ain't seen nothing yet. Tell you.
What I'm doing, I'm just sitting back, relaxing, thinking like how. This is what me and him said, Penny. People better get ready, learn how to go farm, grow their own food, know how to hunt, know how to fish, better know how to survive. And then we got to teach our people, our community, how to survive.
Maybe, but I don't think it's gonna get that far. I don't think it's gonna go that far. I don't think he's gonna be in office long enough to cause all of that.
Yeah, it ain't. But I understand. I see what he's saying. It ain't got nothing to do with Trump. What you're talking about, D-Truth, is the climate crisis. Mm-hmm. Now, that is the one thing that we all should be more worried about than anything Trump does. The climate crisis. The Earth is getting closer to the sun, and it's going to cause more and more issues.
Right. It can't be reversed. It can't be reversed.
Exactly.
The damage cannot be reversed. Right. Mm-hmm.
And the World Health Organization, he pulled out of it, and whatever the climate, whatever he said, well, he dealing with that. So we got to do it ourselves.
He's the president of destruction. He's the president of the destruction. That's all.
He's gonna shut down the EPA. Mm-hmm. What? Just imagine California without the EPA. Just imagine those states. Yeah. Or that are surrounded by the Great Lakes, Michigan, Ohio, Pennsylvania, without the EPA. Imagine the state of Texas without the EPA, Florida, parts of Louisiana without the EPA. It's going to be a disaster.
I'm going to say this right here. What? I've been telling our moms, dads, whoever in our community, Y'all better start homeschooling these folks, y'all kids. Whatever you got to do to get homeschool, you need a homeschool. Because you know what he's trying to do, right? You know what he's trying to do?
In the education department. Terminate the education department.
Yep, chop and block. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, you can't. Everybody not equipped to homeschool their kids, though. Think about that, though. Everybody's not equipped to do it.
That's the only thing about it. Everybody ain't equipped to. No. You're gonna have to rely on those online courses. Now that's the one thing I can say. You're gonna have like schools like Auburn and Alabama, Georgia. You're gonna start having big universities that are gonna be offering online high school courses to high school kids.
Yeah,
that's the only way I could see you being able to pull off the homeschooling thing. Other than that, a lot of, you know, like Penny was saying, a lot of this stuff that they're attempting to do, they don't have enough time. They just don't have enough time to do it, man. Not in no one term. You can't. Now, are they gonna F up a lot of stuff in the next 3 years? Yes. But it's only so much time in 3 years.
But Mondo, like you said too, though, like some of the stuff he's doing is not even legal. So that's got to go through the courts and stuff too, because some stuff not even you sign executive orders for stuff that you can't even do.
Yeah. There's the thing about it is the executive orders are very easy to roll back. So the next president, and it don't matter if it's a Democrat or a Republican, because it's going to be so much of this country is going to be so effed up, so jacked up come 2028. All right, no matter who wins the damn election, they're gonna roll back all that ridiculous crap. Because they don't want to be tied to whoever the Republican candidate is. They don't want to be tied. They don't want their legacy tied to Trump. And whoever if it's a Democrat, they damn sure don't want their legacy tied to him.
Nope.
Yeah.
Kind of like how McCain, both McCain and Obama was running away from George W. Bush in 2008. Remember?
Right.
Yeah. Hey, and another thing you try to do is take away citizen birthright, which is going to be hard to do anyway.
That's been stopped in the courts. He can't do that right now.
Yeah. There's a whole lot of federal courts that already stopped it anyway.
Right.
Well, this is the thing. This is what I'm hearing. What the MAGA folks are trying to do. Birthright. So if you can't, so say if both of your ancestors are traced back to Africa, none of them were Native Americans, because you had a lot of black Native Americans that were already over here. But if all your entire roots leads back to the ships over there that came from Africa, then it's a possibility that they can get your ass back. They can get your ass up out of here. You won't be no different than what they doing to them Hispanic folks.
But I'll tell you, it's gonna be hard because you gotta go through Congress, you gotta go through the Senate, and you gotta go through the Supreme Court.
It ain't enough time, Paul. It ain't enough time.
That's what I was saying. It ain't enough time. So. And if that's the case, that means the one from Africa, whatever they will say, that means some of the white folks, they may go get an ancestry test.
Because they can't trace us back far enough. Our history, they can't trace us back far enough.
Hey, they better go get an ancestry test. Cause I see this one white man on there. He was so goddamn racist. Like this right here. He would got an ancestry test. Get what? He had 1% of black blood in it. So you know what that make him, don't?
Together. See, this is what I'm saying. Y'all MAGA folks, please quit trying me when it comes to history. Together, have you ever heard of a gentleman by the name of Dred Scott? Okay, let me pontificate this to you. Dred Scott, his descendants He was a descendant of slaves. Okay, he was his ancestors were slaves. All right. When the Supreme Court ruled on his case, he was not classified as an American citizen. There's nowhere in the Constitution where it is solidified that descendants of slavery are 100% American citizens.
Mm.
And here's another thing. The amendment where slaves were freed, do you know that has to be renewed so many years? It was never a situation where the slaves are free forever. And no, president, every so 25 years, a president had to sign off on it to get that renewed.
Mm. So that should have been something. Obama been in office, Biden been in office. You think that means something they would solidify, so it wouldn't have to be renewed year, however, so often.
But you don't want to end up like Kennedy. You don't want to end up like Kennedy, because Kennedy wanted to make it, where it didn't have nothing had to be renewed, and you saw remember what happened to him.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna this all out there to my Caucasian white folks, brothers and sisters. Guess what? Some of y'all was slaves too.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, just saying.
Right? They don't know that though.
Mm-hmm. Just saying. So,
but the 13th Amendment does. Sis, the 13th Amendment does. Every so many years, you know what I'm talking about, D-True. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Every so many years, because they brought this up during the 2008 election. Every so many years, that 13th Amendment has to be renewed.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah, what, 13 years?
That's crazy.
No, I say every so many years. I think it's like 25 years or something like it has to be renewed. Ain't nothing permanent about that 13th Amendment. See, this is what I was talking about. And see, people think when people say history can repeat itself, history can repeat itself. Wow. Everything that has happened in the United States once has happened over again. The pandemic.
Wow.
You had the Spanish flu. What happened 100 years later? You had COVID. All right. You had an attack on American soil, Pearl Harbor, 1941. What happened in 2001? Okay. Here's a way that slavery can be brought back. Slavery can be brought back if you get a president that has that can control the Senate, that controls the House, and controls the Supreme Court. If he has that much power where he's controlling every body of government, he can gut the Constitution. That is the number one way to bring back slavery in America.
He's trying to do that.
If you get a president that's bold enough, that has the mentality that he's above the law, he can go in there and gut the damn Constitution. So that's what he's trying to do now. He's trying to gut the 14th Amendment. So if he guts the 14th Amendment, what do you think he's going to work on next? The 13th.
Yep.
And guess what? I don't know if y'all know this. I'll ask the question to the chat to y'all. Where was Elon Musk born at?
South Africa, right?
Mm-hmm. So he ain't American.
Yeah, he running over there. He's over there trying to control our money, but he's not even. Yeah, he's not even American, right?
Let me ask you a question, D-True. Wasn't prohibition? Wasn't it an amendment at one time?
I think that prohibition was for
alcohol
illegal.
When they banned alcohol, correct?
Yeah. And
then they went behind it and they
legalized it.
They legalized it, correct?
Was,
so that's what I'm trying to tell together. You thinking that 13th Amendment can't be messed with. I don't know what you are looking at. You might want to do some research. That 13th Amendment can be gutted just like anything else in the Constitution. Roe v. Wade, remember Roe v. Wade was in the was a piece of legislation, and it got gutted.
It was a piece of legislation. Yeah, but it wasn't a part of the Constitution, which I say, with midterms coming up, and he's trying to the 14th, 13th Amendment, whatever amendment the Constitution trying to gut. Some of them people that got to run again next year, midterm, they thinking long and hard about what they're going to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's the saving grace about it. A lot of them Republicans are going to run away from that ridiculous crap that he's trying to do, because they still need black votes. They still need some centrist votes and independent voters in order to carry their districts. And the fact it's only so much time in a 3 year. Really, you know, when you're the lame duck president, you really only got 3 years. Yeah, technically you got 4. You got 4 years, but you only really got 3 to work with.
Mondo, are you concerned? Are you concerned with the bill that the Senate introduced to have him be able to run for a 3rd term?
I'm not concerned about that, because I don't think honestly, that ain't gonna fly. That ain't gonna fly. And for him, definitely, I don't think he'll last long. He ain't. I mean, when a man get in his 80s, you on deck. Just like that dude said in Life, that movie, you on deck. Your man gonna mentally go. Then your health gonna start failing. You knocking on heaven's door.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
he ain't gonna last that long.
This is a serious question right here. You can run for president, 25 or 35 years old, right? Should that be a cutoff age? Should there be a cutoff age to run for president?
Heck yes.
I definitely think
yes.
I think 75 should be the cutoff.
Oh, that was the number I had in my mind. 75 needs to be the cutoff. That's got to be it.
Because we all know we grew up around older people, our grandparents. When they got in their 70s, they were never the same again. When my dad, when he turned 75 on up, mentally, his mental faculties was nowhere near what it was when he was in his 50s and 60s. You could see a difference. You could see a change. And I don't give a damn how rich you are, how wealthy you are, whatever. You can't beat Father Time. Right. You can't. You can't beat Father Time.
And who called him a great businessman?
I have no idea with all those bankruptcies and businesses he done lost and all the money he done lost. I have no idea. Somebody said that. Is it in the chat?
He good. Yeah, not in the chat. But people be saying, "Oh, he's a good business-minded person."
I don't know where they got that from. But like Mondo said earlier, they're not doing their research. Like Mondo said earlier, do your research.
I'm gonna ask you the question. Back in the day, what would people rather went to? Las Vegas or Atlantic City?
Back in the 80s, I'm gonna be totally honest with you. Atlantic City was America's paradise.
Yeah.
Atlantic City. That's what I'm getting at.
I mean, man, Atlantic City had done took over. I mean, wasn't nobody thinking about Vegas. You weren't going to Vegas back in the done 86 and 87. You was going up to Atlantic City.
Going on. Don't mean I asked that. Don't mean I said that is. Who went and built towers in Atlantic City? And Atlantic City is. Bible said almost went bankrupt. He did.
Oh yeah, he did. Yes.
Yeah, he bankrupt the hell out of that place.
Yes.
He bankrupt the hell.
At the college he tried to go build in Florida, it didn't even get out the ground.
But see, people thought he was this great businessman because you got rappers putting him in their song about his money he got, but not doing the research and knowing this man has bankrupt How many times he filed bankruptcy? How many times he had failed businesses? I mean, he only has any kind of money because of his name, and people didn't do any research. They just assume because rappers are rapping about him and the Trump Towers and all this stuff that he had money, that he knew what he was doing. He's a horrible businessman.
And well, he got his money from his daddy, who was
his dad, right.
With the 3 Ks.
Right.
If you see a man shaking a hand with somebody leader of the 3 Ks, right? And what you gonna think? What they think about us?
We black people voted for him. Black people voted for him.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I would have wondered this question. Tim Scott, they were black Republicans that were going hard for him. What do you think they're doing now?
Yeah. Hiding and staying real quiet
Do you hear that?
They somewhat praying that he succeeds, because and this is the thing, the people that actually and I'm talking about the black politicians that actually bagged him and is backing all of this nonsense with the tariffs and stuff like that. They are going to destroy their political careers before it even gets started. Like the guy in North Carolina, he's destroying the hell out of his damn political career before it even gets started. These tariffs, the thing about it now, the deportations, I'm going to be totally honest with y'all. You got people on both sides that's in favor of that. You know what I mean? Let's just keep it real. You got majority of the country is cool with that. So ain't nobody really got no problem with that. The transgender thing, a lot of people agree with him on that. With, I don't agree with a man putting a wig, a boy putting on a little teenage boy putting on a wig and putting on some boxing trunks and jumping in the ring with a girl. Totally. I don't agree with that. Okay. Right. But these tariffs, he's overplayed his hand. He has overplayed his hand, and the tariffs is what's gonna affect the people that voted for him. Those tariffs are what's gonna affect the people, his constituents, the people that actually voted for him.
Mondo, I don't know. I think you're giving them too much credit. I don't know yet. I'm not there yet. I think you're giving them too much credit.
What's the one way to piss a person off? Messing with their money.
Messing with the money, but we'll see, because remember, studies showed that MAGA supporters were the most unintelligent in the country. Uneducated. Seriously though. They did studies about it. Uneducated, not intelligent, not smart.
But a lot of those people were getting government assistance. They were getting government assistance, and they ain't felt what they getting ready to feel come this time next year.
Okay, we're gonna see. Look, we gotta meet again for that, because what's happening? I want to see how this turns out, and we gotta meet again, guys. We gotta meet again, because I want to see how this is gonna go. I'm gonna see if you're right.
I think he overplayed his hand. Everything else, I think he was gonna get a pass for the Gaza thing, the deportation thing, the DEI thing, because the only people that are really honest, the only people that are really benefiting from the DEI programs were the white women.
But see, you're saying that, but they don't know that. You know what I'm saying? You saying that, but
they finding out. They getting pink slips, and the man are telling the truth.
And that's what I told Dwayne. I said, listen, let's see what happens. I wonder how it looked when they thought all these black people were going to be leaving the building, and it was a bunch of white people, white women and stuff leaving the building. When they gave the pink slips, like, that's what I was wondering. Yeah, how did that look? What did that look like?
But to these tariffs, I'm telling you, they're gonna go in. They thought the grocery prices were high last summer. They ain't seen nothing yet. They go into the grocery store, and in order to buy enough to make one meal, you have to spend $150.
We're gonna see.
If you want to make tacos that night to get the shells and the beef and the onions and all of that, when that total price come out to close to $150, watch how them folks flip. I'm telling you now. Watch how they flip.
We are going to see. I don't think they're smart enough. We're gonna see. I don't think they're smart enough. I don't.
But think about this right here.
But I feel what you said, Penny.
but think about this though. Think about this. All right. He trying to put tariffs on China. What majority of our products made up? Where come from?
Man, he putting tariffs on our three biggest traders.
Yes.
China, Mexico, and freaking Canada, man. He is y'all have no idea, man. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, get your popcorn ready. Get your popcorn ready, man. I'm telling you, man.
Look at and people thought it was supposed to take a woman out for a date night with your woman or your man. Hey, you better go get you some Roman noodles.
I know that.
Sit at home.
Man, they don't know nothing about that, but they better learn about that Roman noodles and potted meat.
We know those struggle meals.
Yeah, potted meat. They better learn how to fish. They better learn how to better go out and buy them some reels or fishing rods and fishing poles, and they better learn how to fish.
They don't need none of that. All they need is a fishing line, a good strong cane pole. That's all they need.
Right. I'm from the country. That's what we use.
Learn how to hunt. Boy, get them some hunting license and learn how to shoot. Cause they gonna have I'm telling you.
But hold on. It ain't gonna do them good to go hunt if they don't know how to skin the motherfucker. Skin them good.
Yeah, you're right about that.
That might be where we make our money. They don't pay us to do it. They want to pay some of us to do it. That might be where we make our money at. They're gonna pay some of us to do it.
Yep. That's how a lot Penny on point. See, did you remember our grandparents and great grandparents, man? That's how they were making a killing.
Right.
The people that didn't know how to skin the meat after they hunt and brought the food, they would bring the meat to them to skin, and they would pay them to do it.
Yep. That story's my mom told me. Yeah.
I want to ask you this question, Fitty. He already know where I'm finna go with this. How many times have you went and you sat on the front porch with your grandmother and your mama before you eat? You gotta snap them peas.
Oh yeah, we lived in the country, so my granddaddy had all these kids, and he had his garden, and garden was divided between like our family had it, then my uncle had a section, and we all had a section, so we had to learn all that stuff. We had to do all that stuff.
Oh, fig, poke salad. Hey, poke salad. Oh, that is kind of green. Just go over in the wild.
Yeah. Know how to digging potatoes out the ground and stuff. Oh God, we did all of that stuff.
And that was an all-day job, y'all.
Yes,
look.
Yeah.
I'll never forget one Saturday. I just knew I was going to the Six Flags. And my daddy came in with a whole bunch of peas. You ain't going nowhere. You gonna sit and help us pick these beans. Man, we went out there on the steps. I BS y'all not for real. We started like he did, back then Soul Train come on at 12. So after Soul Train, you remember this was the speech. Hey boy, after Soul Train go off, you coming out there with me. And me and your mama, we're gonna pick these beans. When I tell you from 1 o'clock, because Soul Train come on 12 noon Eastern, go off at 1 o'clock. From 1 o'clock to sundown.
Wow.
We would be out there on them steps picking beans.
Oh Lord. Okay, we didn't have it that bad.
But you talking about back in the 80s? Wasn't that on TV? I know Saturday. Wasn't that on TV after Soul Train went on now? Come on, Penny, you remember that now?
Yeah, but we did get to run and play, y'all. Like we had to do it, but we did have some free time, Yeah,
but hey, my dad bring that radio out there. We made the best of it. He bring that radio out there and bump that Barry White and Isley Brothers and all. Yeah, we have fun with it now. But we'll be out there picking them beans and and then that was a time where family could bond and sit there and talk and stuff like that. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, you knew. I'm telling you this right here.
Salute, you knew.
That remind me back in the day. You know when you had the TV, right? If you had to make some money. They had the flow model TV with the remote to it. You know what I'm saying?
We was the remote.
Yeah, you only had 13 channels on the top knob. You turn it to UHF. You might get some more channels. Put some little foils on the antenna. You know what I'm talking about?
Man, let me tell you something. The only time I ever seen a flow model TV you two was when we walked over to the Duns.
Yep.
They're the only people on the block that had a flow model, bro. Right? And the rest of us had 13 inches. What was that? The 13 and the 10-inch. Bro.
Smart TV wasn't. Hey, what was that? We know what no smart TV was about. That smart TV
wasn't no done. Man, wasn't no smart man. Let me tell you something. I didn't know, man. We didn't have no color TV in the house until maybe my ninth grade year in high school, bro. We were watching black and white.
I didn't know there was a color TV out. Yeah,
I didn't either.
And then let's see, what was something
for a long time. I thought the Lakers colors were blue and gold. I didn't know it was purple because we had black and white. Sure.
And I know all of us did this where we grew up in the South, right? You're not going outside to play till you do your chores first.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And a lot of time them chores lasted all day. So like picking the bean. I'm gonna give you an example. Tell me online, D-True. If your mom, let us say Saturday morning, okay, you do your little cleaning up, but then somebody bring her some peas, because people you knew somebody that had a garden or whatever, and they would hook people up in the neighborhood. They would come by in them trucks and hook you up,
right? And
then that thing, man, your mama coming in the house with 5 big ass bags of peas. And
y'all have the people that would have the pig slaughtered and stuff like that, and everybody come in, everybody in the neighborhood got those white packages where they done took this pig to the yeah.
I'm telling you one thing. The food today, even the cheese, I'm gonna say the government cheese, whatever you got, right? Mm-hmm. It ain't like today. It's not like today. You know how hard that cheese was to cut?
Yeah, that's some good cheese.
Cut that cheese with a butcher knife.
That was some good cheese.
That mug melted. That mug melted. But I'm telling you this right. But what we got to do is get back to the old days. You know what I'm saying? Got to get back to the community thing.
And taking care of yourself, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But first is we got to get to some of the people that think, oh, you're not going to talk to my child like this, and that. You know what I'm saying? That's what we got to get to.
Right.
That we got to get to, and try to break it down where they can understand it. So when they get the understanding, hey, I'm just trying to look out for your child. But then again, here you go. You mad because I'm trying to teach your child right. And guess what?
Right.
And I want to say this right here. Did we fail this generation?
I think so. And I'm gonna tell you, just by going through the things I'm going through with our daughter, I think we spoiled them. I think we spoiled them and we made them weak.
Mm-hmm.
I really think.
Amen to that, Penny.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Amen to that. 100% facts.
Yep.
And here's the thing, D-True. Yes, it started with our generation. Our generation of parents.
Mm-hmm.
We broke the cycle, the discipline cycle. We were like, well, darn, you know, I ain't gonna be that hard with my kids.
Yes.
I'm gonna try a different approach.
Yep.
So instead of running the house with an iron hand when it came to the kids, when our kids came along, all right, we decided to be friends / parents.
Yeah.
And that did a disservice to that generation that came behind us.
And the devices, Mondo, and the devices.
The devices, yeah. And yeah, that's another thing that all of that occurred under our generation.
Yes.
The cell phones, the two ways, all of that. It dumbed down our generation.
Yes. And we did it. He right. We did it. And when me and my husband talk about it, we made us like we didn't make her go outside. Like we were always outside. We didn't even want to come in. But we let them be on the devices. Oh, we're not gonna spank, we're gonna talk, and that we made them weak. I think we made them weak.
Yeah.
Because they don't bother us. They'll sit in their room on their devices and not bother the parents. And you got parents thinking, well, down, you know, hey, we got it easy compared to our parents, you know, because we were bugging the hell out of them because we didn't have nothing to occupy. We always wanted to be up under our parents and wanted to do things with our parents. And you know this, did you, man? How you would bug your uncle, hey, Saturday, let's go fishing. You know what I'm saying?
We were outdoor kids though too. I was an outdoor kid. I never wanted to be in. Like my mom was like, if you come in one more time, you're gonna stay in. I'll be out there. We were out there at the water hose. You're right. Water hose. Right.
At the basketball court, the creek, or just out riding 4-wheelers and 3-wheelers, riding a bicycle all day. You come inside to eat your lunch. And then, you know, some parents, man, they'll come out there and set up the little trays and stuff and set up the little tables and bring sandwiches and lemonade out there for you and your friends.
And don't forget, and then I'm gonna let you go, Penny. And don't forget, your parents already knew where you was at, and you better been there. And you better be home before the street light came on.
But you know what? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't think we're going back to that. I don't think the community can raise the kids anymore because now you got the kids running around with guns. So you got the kids, the parents scared of the kids. So like to go back to how we were and the neighborhood knew where we were, so our parents knew where we were. I don't think we're going back to that. I don't see that.
Because it's more easier access to guns. The only thing that has changed versus when we were teenagers that has changed for the better is you don't have too many teenage pregnancies as you had back in our day.
Right, that's true. Yeah.
Well,
I think that way. I think we did talk to our kids more about that stuff than our parents talked to us.
Yeah. Well, Miss Penny, hey, you know we're gonna do this. You know, I'm in that group chat. You know, I'm gonna let y'all know.
Definitely. Mondo is. I have talked to Dwayne a couple of times, like through chat, but it's really, really been nice. Y'all gonna make me pick up on my history because some of this stuff I didn't know. So y'all gonna make me pick it up. But I mean, this like really has been phenomenal. I can't wait till we do it again. And I know we definitely midterm election time. We definitely got to make sure we do it again. We definitely got to do it again.
So what's your prediction? Do you think the Dems have enough firepower to? I don't either. I agree with you, Penny.
Let me say this. That's what I want to happen. But Matt, like we said before, MAG is kind of slow. So I mean, they still might be looking for the miracle. You know, so
I think they could pick up 4, maybe a possible 5. I just don't see them picking up 9.
Okay, and the thing about it, you gotta remember too, how many they say, how many people, 90-some million people didn't vote. So if we can get people out to vote, because midterm election vote is already low. Voters are already low, you know, so we can get people out to vote. That would help, and that's why I want to do some more stuff in the group. Dwayne, we can't even get people to comment right now. So I mean, I'm like pulling teeth. I'm doing the 28 days of 20, which I'm a couple days behind, but that's fine. I'm doing the 28 days of black businesses. I can't even get people to post a black business. So I don't know.
It's frustration, Penny. People are kind of frustrated right now, but you will see maybe towards the end of the year, you'll start seeing people, kind of like getting back on the same page.
I hope so.
And working towards making something happen in the midterms. I don't think they'll be able to win 9 seats, but if they can at least get back half, and because the goal, you're not going to be able to straighten everything out in 2026, but the goal is in 2028 to get rid of that, just get rid of that, all this ridiculousness that's going on now. The goal in 2028 is to rewrite this crap.
But you had a point earlier when you said this, and I agree with you that, we're looking at the Jasmine Crockett's, the Summer Lees, and people like that, but you had a point. Where are the black male Democrats? Like,
and the white men.
People are not going to know them. So, the face of the Democrats needs to get out there. Whoever that is.
You need men, period. I ain't just saying the brothers, because you got a few young brothers.
Right, I agree with you saying.
Yeah, you need some men, some strong men. We have not had that in life.
Nope.
Man, you gotta man, what, 10 years?
No, all we seeing is like the women like really going hard, and that's all we see.
AOC and Jasmine right now. Right. That's it.
Right.
And Jasmine, again, what? Jasmine is a lawyer.
But don't sleep on Summer Lee because she hit hard the other day. Don't sleep on her. Yeah. She hit. I was so surprised she hit hard. I was like, wow. She hit really hard the other day.
See, I'm telling you, people is not feeling Maxine Waters no more.
Well, I mean, they old, but they look. Her and what's the guy in South Carolina, Clyburn? Clyburn, Maxine Waters.
Yeah.
Schumer, Pelosi. Yeah. They got to go.
Yeah, but Clyburn has a lot of pull. Clyburn has a lot of pull. He got Biden elected.
But his
you're right though.
Time is coming gone, baby. His time is coming gone, man. I love Clyburn, and Clyburn have done a lot of great things, since he been in there, man. But it's time it's time for a new wave now. It's time for a new wave now. I mean, look, if we gonna look at Trump's age and the one thing he doing though, he's old as dirt, but look, he's putting young people around him in his circle. He filling up his circle with a lot of young people. They playing the long game. The Republicans are playing the long game, Penny. We playing Dems are playing the short game.
Really, yeah. But it's taking the women to get them fired up. But we need to see some men. And I hadn't really thought about it until I started talking to you guys tonight. That we haven't seen any strong men standing up, coming out of there.
They all got old, retired, or got sick, or passed away. Salute.
Okay, Mondo, that means you up.
Man.
Mondo, I told them in the group chat, right? What happened to us in 2020 by that bounty? Hey, she said, what happened?
I didn't know about that. Yeah, I didn't know about that.
We were talking about this by MJG, PW. I'm going to tell Martin Taylor Greene, Paula White. We were talking about their butt. And what you already know what happened out there. You know what happened out there. So
this is the only thing. This is the one reason why I would never ever mess with politics, even with the knowledge that I have when it comes to history and political science or whatever. The reason why I would never mess with politics on a national level, because those lobbyists and those people that they surround and put around you can compromise you.
Wow. Mm.
Like I tell folks, I say, yeah, he might be president. Yeah, you might have the Senate. You might have the House. You might have all these other folks around him. But guess who's really running the country?
Who?
The lobbyist.
Okay, I thought you was gonna say Elon Musk. I wasn't sure.
Let me tell you, Elon Musk is nothing more than a well-known, outspoken lobbyist.
Yeah.
He's no different than. Do you remember the Koch brothers from back when Obama and Bush them was running?
Yes.
They were the Elon Musk.
They weren't
before there was an Elon Musk.
They weren't in the building trying to take the payment system over.
They weren't seen. They were around, and they controlled, and they were doing the same thing Elon Musk was doing. They weren't just trying. The only difference between the Koch brothers and Elon Musk, the Koch brothers were not trying to be on the front line like Elon Musk. Elon Musk loves the limelight. He loves getting in front of the microphone. He loves getting in front of the camera. The Koch brothers, they called a lot of shots, but they were just like George Soros. They were behind the scenes. You never saw them.
But luckily he does like the limelight, because he could have caused a lot of damage if everybody wasn't looking.
It's only so much that they'll allow him to do. The Rothschilds, Soros, them, there's only so much they're gonna allow that man to do. That's why I tell people don't he ain't that big bad wolf that you think he is.
Calm down. I think people need to hear that too. Calm down, because I'm telling you, I've been in a lot of groups and a lot of conversations, and people are literally scared, you know. People are literally scared.
And like I said, they got but they forget about what people forgets about is the midterms next year. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of stuff he's doing right now, and some of the Republicans, some of the Democrats that got to run next year to keep their seats, they're gonna do something out the. Put it this way, there's some Republicans that don't like what Trump is doing.
They're not gonna say
it.
They're gonna say it out loud. They're gonna say it out loud.
Yeah.
No.
You're not gonna say that. Yeah.
So, they're gonna say it out loud. So
I can't wait.
Like I said, I can't wait. I can't wait to see who gonna do what, and who gonna actually speak out against him during their run.
I don't think I know you're not waiting for that. I don't think that's gonna happen. Nobody's gonna speak out against him. Not on the Republican side, no.
No, that ain't happening. That is not gonna happen.
They just confirmed.
Not this early.
What did they do? They confirmed what's his name? RF Kennedy guy, and somebody they knew wasn't qualified. And the other lady they knew wasn't qualified. They're not gonna speak out because they were scared they're gonna lose their seats.
They gonna run their asses out of there. Real soon.
Okay.
RFK, that he's an idiot, and a couple of them other people, they're gonna run them up out of there. If you notice now, with every president, you notice they have a turnover with their cabinets.
Yes.
Yeah. They even with the press secretary, man, they don't keep the same person the entire term. They'll go through like 2 or 3 press secretaries.
I think the press secretary, she's about 25, 27 years old.
That's smart.
And one lady that was with Trump the first term, he got rid of her. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, but I know you talking about Kayleigh, but Kayleigh went on to build a legacy. She went on and started her own media company, and she was a major voice in the 2024 election. And in that 2020 election, she became a powerful voice. That Kayleigh girl did. I know you're talking about. And the other chick that ran his campaign, Kellyanne Conway.
Oh, her husband was at odds, wasn't? Because he was a Democrat. They were at odds, weren't they? That's what the lady was talking about.
And he was stepping out on her too. He was stepping out.
Maybe she wouldn't have been a Republican. He wouldn't have been stepping out. Maybe she wouldn't have been a Republican. He wouldn't have been stepping
But
out.
and this is why I tell people I don't understand. That's just it's not a good idea for a female Democrat to marry a male that's a conservative. That doesn't mix. That just don't mesh at all.
Yeah.
That's just like a Muslim trying to marry a Christian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It don't mix. Some things you just don't mix. I'm sorry. It just don't mix.
I'm saying this right here is that happened a whole lot of friendships, whole lot of marriages, whole lot of relationships been broken up because of this 2024 election.
Mm-hmm. True. It's true. That's true. That is so true. Yeah.
Some family members say speaking to each other.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. At the end of the day, and I'm just gonna say this: at the end of the day, everybody has a right to support whatever candidate they choose to support. Okay, so the notion that a family member will quit speaking to a family member, I'm hearing, you got kids that quit speaking to their parents, and parents quit speaking to their kids, and cousins falling out, siblings falling out. People weren't getting invited to Thanksgiving dinner because they voted for Trump. That's ridiculous.
Mondo, I disagree. I'm gonna tell you why. I think the thing about it is Trump represents hate. So in people's mind, if you voted for a racist, if you voted for a rapist, if you voted for somebody that is hateful, if you voted for somebody that's against women, you voted for hate. And some people feel like he voted, like I saw these girls said their dad voted for Trump, and they like, okay, he's a sex offender, like he talks down about women, he's cheated on every wife. What do you think about us to have voted for him? He represents hate. That's why people are falling out.
And it goes back to what I said earlier. A lot of people voted. They took one thing that they feel strongly about and that Trump agrees with.
Yes.
And they took that one reason and they went in the voting booth. Like, you got some black people, man, that lost their jobs. They had construction jobs. They lost them. They were getting, turned down for grants and loans because there were black people, Penny, that were walking in the bank with Hispanic people that were not even over here legally. Black person go in for a grant loan and get turned down, get turned away, and the Hispanic would go in there, go for the same damn loan and get approved.
True.
And there were a lot of black people that were just so freaking frustrated by that. So then in comes Trump, and Trump saying, okay, I'm going to deport these people. They costing you your jobs. They taking away construction jobs. They taking food off of your table, off of your family's table. And that tapped into the frustration. And that's what led a lot of black folks to go to the poll and vote for Trump. When they were voting, agreeing with some of the dumb things that he was saying and doing or whatever, they took a very important piece of what he was saying and said, okay, if he can do that, then he'll get my vote.
But let me ask you a question. Like, I got a daughter, right? I would never vote for a sex offender. You know what I'm saying? So, like, some people just vote. Like, people felt like they got voted. Their parents didn't think. The dad or mom didn't think about. You have daughters. How could you vote for a sex offender? You have daughters. How could you vote for somebody that hate women so bad?
Can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, you grew up in our era, okay?
Right. Mm-hmm.
How many times when you was a kid, you used to go visit a family member, an older family member?
Okay.
And you would see pictures of Roosevelt, Johnson, and both Kennedys,
and Martin Luther King,
and Dr. King in the den. How many times have you been to those older people homes and you seen those pictures?
Right, that's true. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Kennedy, womanizer. Kennedy did some dirt when it came to women. There's some people that actually believe that he was behind Marilyn Monroe being offed.
Yeah.
Okay.
I heard about that. Yeah.
We know. I mean, come on, Roosevelt. Look, he was a womanizer. Straight up womanizer.
But we know better though. You know what I'm saying? We know better. You know better.
What I'm saying is Trump ain't the only president that did underhanded crap to women. Bill Clinton did some underhanded crap to women. And here's the thing with Bill Clinton: if the women open their mouths and said something, he would have something done to them. They would lose their jobs. They would lose their positions. He would make life a living hell for them.
But I'm gonna say this right with that being said though is, I think it's not that the family voted for Trump or voted for Kamala Harris. It's that you know how some of these folks that voted for Trump, right? And you know how mouthy some of them are. You see what I'm saying? That's probably what keeping the other some of the family members away. It ain't that the fact they voted for Trump. It ain't that fact that what he stands for, whatever. It's just you know how back in the day you play with somebody and y'all talking smack to each other, and you don't like it, and you don't mess with them for a week. That was kind of how it is, and it is what it is. But I'm not going to talk to you because you voted for Trump. I'm not going to talk to you because you voted for this first, whatever. Now you start acting like an idiot. I can't hang out with you.
I'm petty. I'm petty. I unfriended everybody. I went on the timeline, and everybody that I saw that voted for Trump, I unfriended everybody. I made an announcement. Just don't unfriend me. You ain't got to tell me. Just unfriend me. Because I feel like you voted against me. I feel like you voted against me. I feel like you voted against me. I feel like you voted for racism. You voted for hate, and just for Black people to even vote for him. I understand what Mondo is saying, but the man is truly racist. Like they can't even put in racism on the end of the end zone because you got to appeal to a racist president. He is truly racist. Like Mondo said earlier, if he could gut the 13th Amendment, he would.
The reason, and I feel what you're saying, Penny. I really do. That's what I'm saying. You, in a way, you are right. Okay, but that right there is a slippery slope to cut people off that voted for Trump. Because I'm gonna give you a perfect example. My next door neighbor. Okay, I almost left here in 2013. I told D Truth this story. I almost left this world. I almost left here one night in 2013. My wife and my daughter were out of town for a funeral, and I was watching TV and regular night. Then all of a sudden, I started having chest pains. Seriously, it's got worse and worse and worse and worse. I crawled my way out of the bedroom, up the hallway, crawled outside. My neighbor was outside walking his dog, and he ran over there, checked on me, and he saw I was in trouble, and he dialed 911 and got the paramedics here. That man is a Trump voter. He's a conservative. He's a Republican. He's a Trump voter. But that man checked on me, checked on my family. If we ever needed anything or whatever, I can't sit there and put a label on a person based on who they voted for, because like I said, a lot of people they will take a certain agenda, something that they feel strongly about, like the immigration or the transgender situation or whatever, or what's going on with the sex trafficking and everything, you got to admit these deportations are going to create more jobs, mainly for black people.
I don't know.
The construction jobs, they already need 1 million construction workers in Florida.
Who's gonna do it? But those people really are doing jobs that black and white people don't want to do.
But where the thing is, they're gonna have to start paying. They're gonna have to start paying American salaries. The days of hiring a Mexican person on a construction site to come in and work for $12 and $15 an hour, them days over with. You're gonna have to hire regular American black men and white men, or some women if you can find them that'll get up on the scaffold or 50-foot scaffold. Good luck with that. You're gonna have to pay them $25 and up.
And another thing that we need to start doing, right? We know we some businesses, black businesses, they try to price gouge, right?
Right.
Your business got to stop doing that. And look at, if you're looking, I don't care what state you from, what city you from. I guarantee you, some gas station on that corner, liquor store on the corner, whatever store it is on that corner, no black person owns it. Right? But yeah, everybody like, oh,
that has more to do. That's more our fault, though. True.
Yeah,
because
I know it is.
Black people don't come together and put their money together. Remember, I talked about this on one of my lives. You go to Ronald Reagan. You go to Ronald Reagan over there by Pleasant Hill and Ronald Reagan, and you make that left into that brand spanking new plaza. It's an all Mexican plaza. Because they know how to put their money together and work together. Black folks be so jealous and hating on each other. They can't build like that.
And Mondo, you know what? Me and my husband was talking about this the other day. We ride through, because I'm in Charlotte, and you ride through and you see all these Hispanic restaurants, all these Mexican restaurants. They even have their own grocery stores, which we don't have. They have their own banks. Latinos have their own banks. They have stuff that we don't even have.
Yes.
And they've had it. Everybody, they've had they didn't just start having these things. They've been having this since the early 2000s.
Right. This is not new. Right. This is not new.
This ain't nothing new. No, ma'am.
See, I guarantee you. That's all three of us in business together, right? We got a grocery store / something like Walmart. How many customers? How many? You think we'll be big as Walmart? No.
But did you saw where I posted in the group? I'm like, somebody was saying we need to. I'm like, can we? I'm not even being funny, y'all. Can we boycott Target and Walmart at the same time? Because where are we gonna go?
We can do whatever we want to do, Penny. You know why? Yeah. Because we are the biggest consumer demographic in America. We have so much money power. One thing about black folks, we shop. We shop and we spend money.
Right.
And what you said, D-True, that we can't be as big as Walmart. Why not? Because back in the day, it was done. Harlem, it was done in Harlem. It was done in St. Louis. It was done down in Tulsa. And it was done right here in Auburn Avenue in Atlanta.
I know, but we're not doing it now. So if I boycott Walmart and Target at the same time, where am I going?
Kmart.
For my toiletries and my household cleaners, where am I going? I guess Family Dollar and Dollar Tree, I guess. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. You do know Wayfield is black owned, don't
you? Yeah.
Wayfield. Wayfield is a chain of grocery stores. It's black owned.
Is that in North Carolina? I'm in Charlotte. Is that in Charlotte, North Carolina?
I don't know if y'all got one of them there in North Carolina.
See, I'm saying.
But I get what you're saying. And me and D-True, we've done lives about this before. We need to build. We need to build and start building our own our own hospitals, our own banks, our own chain of grocery stores, our own retail stores.
Yeah, and
I'm telling you, the Mexicans got Compare Foods here. They got Compare Foods everywhere here. They got their grocery store.
I'm telling Penny before you came on that. Everybody just thinking that when they think of Black Wall Street, Tulsa, Oklahoma, right? But
it was all over.
Yeah, Lake Lanier, which was Oscarville here in Georgia.
Oscarville, yes, sir.
And up there in New York, Central Park, that was a Black Wall Street. So, and it could be done. The fear that some our people have is, oh, your price gonna be high. It ain't original. It ain't it's counterfeit. You know what I'm saying? That what they got them. But I'm like this right here. I'm ready to do it. I don't know about y'all.
And I like what Miss Media just said. I'm ready to go ahead and do it. I like what Miss Media just said. I mean, we have enough firepower. Think about it now. What billionaire Hispanic have you ever heard of? Have you ever heard of a billionaire Hispanic? I haven't. We have millionaires, billionaires all over this country. Black millionaires, Black billionaires, all over America. And you mean to tell me we can't do what the Hispanics are doing? We can't build strip malls and shopping malls and hospitals and man, they even got their own trans land now. Their own transportation. They got their own. Did you seen them Hispanic? Not the taxi cab, bro. They got their own transit now.
I know. We just got. We definitely have to work on not only obtaining the stuff, but knowing how to act once we get it, and knowing how to give customer service once we get it too.
And that's where that crabs in the barrel.
Yep.
Crabs in the barrel. That crabs in the barrel. How many times, Penny, have you seen sisters will bypass a Black-owned nail salon and they'll go shop with the Koreans instead?
Okay, let me say something. Let me say something about that. Me and my sister just had this conversation. I'm gonna be honest with you, okay? So there's a particular nail salon that we like to go to, and it's in one of the upscale neighborhoods. But we go there and we get the experience. They're playing the soft music. They got the TV on HGTV. It's really quiet. It's in a good area. Because I was going to a Black nail salon, but I got tired of the hype. I got tired of the loud ass rap music, the yelling across the salon. I know that's the kind of people we are. I get that, but I need my nail. So I need my nail experience because I work my full-time job and then I'm a realtor. When I go to the nail salon, I want to sit down. I want to hear the soft music. I don't want people yelling and screaming across the place and on their cell phones and dudes coming in and out and standing around. I'm telling you, I promise you, that's the experience I had, and that's not the experience I want.
And this is what a lot of Black businesses, well, not just Black businesses, every businesses should have this, like a customer suggestion box. Have a suggestion box right there in the front of the business establishment, right there where you first walk in at, and allow your customers to give ideas on how to make your establishment a little better. Nothing wrong with a little criticism, because a little criticism can actually make you better. It can make your establishment a lot better. There's always room for improvement. And the thing about what a lot of Black business owners, they get stuck in their ways. They don't pay attention to their customers. They don't listen to their customers, and they end up losing businesses like that. So
I went a few times. I really did. I went a few times because I wanted it to work, but there's a particular experience I'm looking for. I'm 55 years old. I don't want to hear a bunch of damn rap music and all this stuff. There's a particular experience.
I feel you. I would rather like some of these establishments, they play old school R&B. I rather listen to some old school R&B, like some Anita Baker or something like that. You know,
something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Here's a good one right here. This town is called Freedom, Georgia, 130 miles from Atlanta. They had purchased. I'm gonna tell you, it was 96.71 acres. Now they got currently the settlement consists of more than 500 acres throughout 2 portions. Those construction has started yet because they try to get utilities and roads for the town.
And what are they? And what are they doing? And what are they doing? What are they trying to do?
They try to get roads and utilities, and it was started by two women. They got 19 African American families together to purchase this land.
So they bought the land, and what they're doing is they're building on the land. They're building property and businesses on the land.
Wow, they building yet because they're trying to get utilities and roads in there. And this is in Wilkinson County here in Georgia. And we know what they're probably going through right now. We already know what it is.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's nice.
That is what I'm talking about. And this is what goes back to what I was saying. We have all these millionaires and billionaires, all these rap moguls and business, but they quick to spend their money on BS. They'll go and buy strip clubs. They'll go and open up nightclubs and swingers clubs and all of that crap, and then try to start record labels and wing stands and all that. We got enough freaking wing stands. We need to be buying property and building on the property, like what the women are doing. That's all right. I love to hear stories.
Look that up. That's nice.
And this is the question I'm going to ask in the group, right? This is the question I'm going to put it in the group, right? How many of y'all family still own their own land, own property, and with the house on it? I wonder how many people will answer that question. I wonder how many people actually know.
You know what really messed up a lot? Gentrification, one thing.
Yes.
That destroyed a lot of that D-Truth. And then after the gentrification era, then they started rebuilding brand new subdivisions. But with those subdivisions came the HOA.
Yes.
And you move into a nice subdivision, and 9 times out of 10 is HOA, is ran by the HOA. You don't own the land. You own the house.
Right.
But you don't own the land.
See, and I'm telling you, I know in my family, you know where I used to live at, right? We own the house, we own the land with a pecan tree right on the side of a big old spot. Guess what? Nobody can sell that house or land without everybody agreeing.
So that's air property. Yeah.
Nobody can sell that land or that house or that property, whatever. Everybody got to agree.
Exactly.
That's like the lot my mom lives on. It was her great grandmother. Went to her great grandmother and her grandmother, and then her great grandmother. No, her grandmother then, because I'm thinking about my great grandmother. Her grandmother and her mom got it, and then she has it now. And it's just a huge lot, like you just said, with a pecan tree and everything. And then she has some acres that her and my dad bought when my grandfather was alive. So she I think that, that generation, I think with my mom and them, they like to hold on to the land to say they got it. But I want to see, me and my sister and my brother been talking, we want to literally see something done with it.
Yeah. Don't sell it. Cause
heck no. Heck no.
And see, See, I guarantee I can put it on Facebook. I can put it in put on my community wall and ask this question. Put a poll up. If they gave reparation, what would you take? The land or the money?
The land all day long.
The land is more
I take
valuable.
the land.
Yeah,
the land is more valuable.
Mm-hmm.
But you know how many youngs and some of these, even some of these older ones, you know, a whole bunch of them. I take the money
because the land is going to increase in value. The money's going to be gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The land is priceless.
Right.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing like owning your land, owning your own land, and you can do so much with land, bro. So
right.
much.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Y'all, I'm going to bow out, and I'm gonna leave y'all with this. I appreciate y'all having me on, and I cannot wait until the next time. This has been phenomenal. Look, I said I was gonna go like 30 minutes ago. This has been so good though. It's been so good. I cannot wait until the next time. D, thank you for the invite, man. It's been great. It's been great. Hey, I can't wait to talk about it.
We enjoy having you, Penny.
I can't wait to do it again. And we definitely got to do it again. But no matter what, we got to do it with these midterm elections.
Oh, yeah. Exactly.
And I probably know why Pepper didn't come because what she had to go through with her child. You know what I'm saying? I would probably rather really know. You know, she put it in the group chat. You already know, Penny. I think it was Tooth, whatever.
Oh, yeah, she had a full wisdom tooth. Yeah. Mondo,
I already know how that feels.
You join the group. You join our group, Mondo.
Yeah, I'm gonna join in. I've been down with this.
We trying.
Yeah, I've been down with this flu. This is my first time really being up on a panel in a while.
Oh, wow.
Really,
this month. You sound good then. I'm glad you're better though. You sound really good.
Thank you.
This is the first time I went live in 2 weeks because I was down and out.
Oh man, I had a respiratory infection about end of December, and I still got the cough. I've been sucking on tea. That's why I got off took my camera down because I'm sucking on tea and sucking on stuff. But they said the cough after I got over the respiratory infection, the cough can last 3 to 8 weeks. Yeah. Ooh, so I'm having issues with that. Yeah. But I appreciate y'all so much, and I look forward to the next time that I get with y'all. But y'all continue. Don't leave on my account. Y'all continue. Don't leave on my account. But it's hard for me to leave because the conversation is really so good. So I really appreciate it. I can't wait to brag about it in the group tomorrow.
See, like with me, I like to bring real life situations and talk about it. And with me, when I talk about it, my name is on here is D Truth. I bring the truth. Right. When I come on here and talk, believe me, I done my research.
I can tell. I know. And Mondo gonna make me pick up a lot of books because I can't keep up with him. I gotta get in. I gotta get on it.
Mm-hmm. Hey, remember what I said. Remember when the old folks used to say, y'all gonna be back in slavery. The route y'all going, y'all gonna be back in slavery. There's a one way it could be brought back. You got some people that say, oh, can't nobody bring slavery. Yes, it is. Gut part of the Constitution. You gut parts of the Constitution. Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am. Slavery can be brought back.
Well, maybe Clarence Thomas will open his mouth then because he don't want to be a slave either. Maybe he'll open his mouth then.
He been a slave his whole life. He been a slave his wole life. His wife. Oh, that's a good one. His wife is his slave now.
Yes, that's a good one. Yes. That's a good one.
And look what look what he doing on Supreme Court. You think he works for Massa?
Well, he definitely don't want to gut that because he been trying to beat Trump. Well, okay. Never mind, because Mondo already said it. So hey, I guess he already where he gonna be.
remember what Kanye said. A lot of people got pissed at him when he said that. For a lot of black people, it was a choice to remain on them plantations.
Yeah, he did say that. People
remember, it's a lot of them that Harriet Tubman tried to talk some sense into.
Yeah,
and they turned her down. We good. I like it over here. Mr. Carmichael, good white folk.
Yeah,
he treat us. We what we got better than right here.
That make me you make me think of what's his name on Django? What's his name? Philip. What's his name? What's his name?
Stephen. Yeah, that's Stephen dude.
Yeah, that's what you make me think of when you do that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm gonna ask you a question. I'm gonna let you go.
Okay, go ahead.
Look, just for the chat too. If we were back then, where we would have stayed, we would just say, "I'm leaving."
I probably would have stayed. I probably would have been too scared to leave. That's not where I was gonna go. I don't know but where am I gonna go? I don't know. That's a crazy question. I don't know. I would leave.
I'm gonna tell you like this. They wouldn't have got me off that ship.
So you thinking with your mind now? You thinking with your mind now?
I'm telling you, man. Hey, first chance I got to escape off that ship, that would have been me. And whatever happened, happened.
A lot of them jumped to their death because they did not. They was not going to be slaves, though. A lot of them jumped to their death.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah, you exactly right. A lot of them jumped in that Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah,
and swam to their death.
I'm going to say this right here for some of the folks that don't know. I'm going to give you a little lesson here. There was black folk did own black folk as slaves. They did over here and over in Africa. So don't get it twisted that we was owned to the white folks.
That's true. That I know. Yeah.
Yeah, and you had some white folks that owned other white people.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. They get it. See this
over in Europe. Over in Europe, remember? You had some white folks that owned other white folks as slaves.
See, this what they don't want our kids. They don't want them to know this in school.
Yeah, they didn't want to take it. That's why they're taking it out and banning it and stuff. Yeah. And holding back funding if you're gonna do it, if you teach it.
Yep.
Ms. Media, we know you like the S&M stuff. How'd you play?
There you go.
We know you like that dungeon action now. Come on now.
Oh, you got me looking. I'm going to look at this comment. What? Hey, Miss Media, nice meeting you too. I can't wait to talk to y'all again. It's been, but I'm ready to go for real this time, guys. I love y'all. Thank you so much, and I cannot wait until the next time.
I can't wait too. I love this conversation.
Me too.
Don't worry about it. Hey, see, I shared the live on the group page anyway.
Okay, good. So I'll be talking to y'all soon. And Mondo, I'll be looking for you. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Bye, y'all.
All right.
Bye. You have a blessed day.
You too.
Have a good one.
You too.
Man, there was something else, bro. There was something else, bro. D.
Yeah.
I told you I had it. Hey, I told you.
Hey, man, this well, I tell you, man. You
I had a lot of time to think. So
yeah.
2 weeks I had a lot of time to think.
Huh?
I said it been 2 weeks, so I had a whole lot of things to think about.
A lot has happened. A lot has happened in 2 weeks. And I just want to say, we lost a hip hop legend, Irv Gotti. Man, the man had the hip hop industry on lock in the early 2000s. He brought some of the best artists, some of the best hip hop legends, Ja Rule, Ashanti, Charlie Baltimore, Christine Milian, Soulja Boy. I mean, a lot of people don't understand. Yeah. A lot of people don't understand, man. Irv Gotti was the man. He was the man when Biggie got hit and Tupac got hit, then Jay-Z hadn't really came on the scenes yet. It was Irv Gotti and Murder Inc. that held it down for some years.
But I'm gonna say this right here. To be as healthy he was, because you look healthy and all that stuff, you gotta go get yourself checked. Because Because I don't care how healthy you look, you might see, it might be look like I'm limping and all that stuff, whatever. But you might be hefty. You might go before I do. You never know. You might go for the other person go. Because you never know what your sometimes we don't listen to our bodies.
Mm-hmm. And Earl Goddard was a fit, healthy looking dude. Little did we know that he was struggling with diabetes. Little did we know that he was struggling with hypertension. And listen, no matter how much money you're making, no matter you got a lot going on or whatever, you got to take time and take care of yourself. Mm-hmm. You have to take time and take care of yourself. He was going and going and going and going and going and going and going, with the music and the movies, and then he did the thing with the Tales on BET. That was a hit. That was he blew up all over again when he did Tales. But he wasn't taking care of himself. He wasn't taking care of himself, and that's where a lot of brothers mess up at. They go, and don't take time to go get checkups. Don't go take time to do annual physicals and stuff. You have to stay on top of your health, especially when you get in your 40s and you get in your 50s. That man passed away at the age of 54. That's young.
I'm gonna say this.
That's
right
young.
Here. Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna say this right here. With that being said, right, I'm taking me for instance, anybody else, right? When I usually get what I got, right? And the third day, what I used to be doing, I used to go to work one day. Mm-hmm. I used to get up and go to work. Mm-hmm. But I had to take me a day. Say hello, because guess what? Because I'm always going. If I got to get up and go to the job and work, whatever I got to do, I'm going no matter what. Even if I got to run a nose, whatever, I'm still going. Even if I'm hurt, I'm still going. But guess what? When your body tells you, hey, time to lay down, time to sit down, if you don't do it, it's gonna make you. Some way, form, or fashion, gonna make you. I don't care how much I don't care you're vegan, vegetarian, I don't care you eat meat, I don't care you eat pork, I don't care you exercise every day, whatever, drink the water, do this, you have whatever. It doesn't matter. Because guess what? You can do all that stuff right there. If some people come down with sickness because the mental illness. Because if you don't take care of your mental, guess what? It's gonna put the strain on your body. No matter you exercise or eat right, whatever, it's gonna put the strain on your body. We're gonna put the strain on your heart. Yeah, it's gonna put the strain on your nervous system.
Yeah, and that's what happened. Between the not taking his insulin not taking his insulin properly, not eating properly. When you're diabetic, you have to change your diet. And then the hypertension. Sometimes, like, people have to learn how to relax. And here's the number one thing. And then I'm gonna get ready to drop on down. Here's the number one thing that we, especially as Black men, we have to learn. We have to learn how to let things go.
Yeah.
Instead of getting so uptight and angry and going off the deep end and yelling and cursing and stuff like that, sometimes you have to just take a step back, take your hands off of it, and just relax and just let things go. Let things work themselves out. Let things manifest themselves. Don't always try to take things in your own hands, because you're messing up your mental. You're messing up. Hypertension is the silent killer. Hypertension can trigger a stroke faster than anything. And the thing about it is, once that stroke comes on you,
your heart attack next.
There's no, you are never the same again. When you have a stroke, your body and your mental faculties are never the same again. Never.
Mm-hmm. And I'm saying this to piggyback on what you said. And women, if you love that man, don't cause him more stress that he already have.
Amen.
Be his peace. Be his peace. Be his peace. Man, the same thing with you. The same thing with your woman. Don't be her. Don't be whatever you've been to. Be her peace, because the same thing with your mental is be her mental too. That will cause the same reaction to both of y'all. So be each other peace. Be each other peace.
Exactly. Ladies, in other words, ladies, do not worry your husband and boyfriends into an early grave. Do not nag your men into an early grave. All that hell raising and fussing and yelling and cursing and all that masculine energy you bringing in the home, you just don't understand that you are putting that man one step closer into his grave. Sometimes it ain't always got to get the last word. We ain't always got to get the last word. Sometimes it's just best to just let him or her have the last word, just to keep the peace in the home.
There you go.
And to keep
gotta
sanity.
Let it go.
Yeah, just let it go.
Gotta let it go.
Yeah. But R.I.P. to Irv Gotti. We lost a great legend, and young. He was 54, young, too young to leave like that. But hey, that's a teachable moment. That's a teachable moment. You have to. I don't give a damn how much money you making. At the end of the day, you cannot take it with you. You cannot take all of that money and assets and everything. You can't take all that with you. You came in this world without it. You're gonna leave this world without it. Your family get it. Your kids get it. But you can't take it with you. When they lower you down in that casket, you can't take it with you. Oh, that's just my thought on that. R.I.P. Irv Gotti. We lost a legend.
We sure did. And like I said, everybody, I'm about to get out of him too for to go get me something to eat. But he didn't put it away. I didn't let Mondo know I was finna do this tonight. He thought I was gonna do something tomorrow. Didn't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I already had told my social justice agenda group, which I'm an admin in, that I'm going to do this tonight. And once I say I'm gonna do something, I just go ahead and do it. Although I really didn't feel it, but once I got into it, got back into it, it felt good. And I don't care, you're Democrat, Republican, Independent, I don't care what you are. Just be mindful and cautious what you do, because this place is changing and everybody's changing. Hey, just stay true to yourself. If you stay true to yourself, everything's gonna work out. But take care of your mental health. That's the most important thing. Anything is shout outs, anything else, closing statement, or what that is?
Just to piggyback off of what you said, everyone, it is very important to take care of your mental, especially when you get in your 40s and your 50s. You have to take care of your mental. Just go to a quiet place. If you have to just go for a walk by yourself, go find peace. Go off into a space of your own and go find some people. That's why a lot of days I go out by the lake and sit out by the lake by myself, just to clear my mind and to clear my and to take care of my mental. Because life is too short, and the older you get, your organs are not the same. Your organs, the longer you live, the longer you at the turn of every age, as you get older, your organs are not the same what it used to be in your 20s. So you have to take extra precaution. You have to take extra precaution, and you have to learn to relax. Learn to relax. Life is too short to be so uptight and angry and upset and stressed out. Learn to relax. Pray about it and just let it go. You know, if a person mistreats you, you ain't always got to get them back and one up them and stuff like that. You just sometimes there's nothing wrong with just taking your hands off of it. Just let go and let God. And on that note, everyone, enjoy the rest of your Thursday evening. Peace and blessings to you. And like I always say, take care of yourselves and each other. Until next time, peace and love to you. And I'm Armando Black. Wolfpack for life. Ow!
Yeah, and like he said that we gotta take care of our mental. We gotta take care of, and if we take care of each other and help each other take care of their mental health, we will be good. But first thing first, we gotta take care of ourselves. We gotta love and respect ourselves, so we can see through the BS. And guess what? We only got one life to live. Self-love is the best love, because if we don't love ourselves, who else gonna love us? Because nobody can love us like we love ourselves. I like to thank my panel guests, Mondo, Penny, and let me go through here and thank my chat. Scott Sweezy, DC, who else came through here? C Viper 23 together. Miss Media, Miss Chicago, Mr. Wanda Williams. And I know E. James was a ghost watching, or ghost listening. Who else was in here? I'm trying to see who else was in here. I think I just forgot everybody that was in here. I think I got everybody in here. You knew Miss Chicago, Monique Hill, my cat sisters, respect to you. And thank y'all so much for joining me. And like I said, love, respect yourself, because we love, respect yourself. You see through all the BS. And self-love is best love, because who can love you better than you love yourself? Peace, and I'm out.